Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of True Crime Strategic, guys. Hope you guys had a great day. Looks like we might be having some issues with the video. Oh, man. I hope not. We have to fix that up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, hope you guys had a good day. We're going to go ahead and work on that video feed real quick. My apologies. We'll jump right into this. And hopefully we'll be able to get this up sooner rather than later. 1 second, guys. Appreciate you guys for joining me today. We got a very interesting show for you guys today. If we can't get the video up, then we'll just do the show without video. But we got a really interesting show for you today. Think we should be able to be good now? Yes. Okay. And 1 second. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. Yes. All right. I'm sorry for that sloppy intro, guys. Sometimes it does happen. You know, we have some technical difficulties. Let's try that one more time. Strategic back again. All right, perfect. Now we're up and running. I totally apologize for that, guys. So I got a very interesting show for you guys today. We're gonna pretty much, unless something probative comes out after this show, we're gonna move on to other things away from the Charlie Kirk tragedy. We have covered this thoroughly through and through. The murderer has been arrested and charged. So unless something extremely probative comes out, we'll go ahead and focus on other stories like we're doing. And we appreciate everybody who's supporting us on the other stories that we're covering. But before we moved on, and I got to say that's tentatively, because if something comes out in the news that I feel is probative and worth discussing, I will cover it. It is what it is. But before we even think about slowing our coverage down on this tragedy, as we heal and move forward, hold on, guys. You guys know I'm still recovering from a cold, and I have my Invisalign in, so I'm just a mess right now. I want to play this video here, which is body-worn camera footage of the assassin from 2022, so we can see the kind of person he is, how he talks, how he interacts with law enforcement, etc. After that, I'd like to play an account by a close friend of Charlie Kirk who was there when Charlie was assassinated, got into the SUV that Charlie's body was loaded in, and he's going to describe his experience and those last moments of Charlie Kirk. So this is going to be a very probative and retrospective and just deep episode of True Crime Strategic as we listen to, number one, the killer in his own words talk in a regular interaction after a car accident, but we get to see how he speaks, how he expresses himself, his mannerisms, things that we weren't able to see before because there wasn't a lot of information out and social media out on him. And then we'll segue and we'll let the last word not be that of the assassin, but we'll let the last word be that of a friend of Charlie Kirk who will describe Charlie Kirk's last moments, etc. So without further delay, let's jump into that. The only thing we'll ask other than that is that you guys please hit that like button and support the channel. Once again, please hit that like button, support the channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we're like, what, 1,500 away now? I mean, we're getting up there, like 1,500 away. That's beautiful, man. So please do support the channel. Get us into the algorithm by hitting that like button. Let's do it. This is the body-worn camera from 2022. It looks like May 31st, 2022. And this was a car accident involving the Charlie Kirk alleged assassin. Let's do it.
Who's the driver? You're the driver?
Yeah.
Robinson. Can you tell me just really quick what happened?
I was coming this way and he was just passing through and he pulled out from here, or no, from there, I think.
Do you remember which lane you were in?
I was in one of of those two lanes going this way. I think in the right, in the rightmost lane coming this way.
Okay.
And he would have been there going left. And as I was coming through, he turned in, and I T-boned into the side.
Okay. Do you remember looking at the light?
Yeah, it just turned yellow as I was getting into the intersection.
Gotcha. Okay, are you...
Listen, I don't want to sound funny because I do tease a lot. I tease on the show. I'm from Harlem. We like to crack jokes on people, make fun of people. I grew up with people making fun of me and me making fun of people. So you learn how to give it and how to take it. You know, that's how we do in Harlem. If you didn't know how to give it and take it, then that made you ostracized. That made you an outcast. All right, everybody ribs on everybody. Everybody had mama jokes the whole nine. But so I'm really not trying to tap into my inner Harlem, and I'm not trying to be unfair to this assassin, if that's even a thing, right? How can you not be unfair to a person who will senselessly take somebody's life? But I say all of that just to say this guy sounds like he's a real dweeb. He does. And he sounds like not only is he a dweeb, nerd, whatever you want to call it, but that he can be easily manipulated. You see the lack of confidence in his voice. He definitely sounds like somebody who could be manipulated, somebody who could find himself indoctrinated to the point where he would do what he ended up doing to Charlie Kirk over Charlie Kirk's freedom of speech. But let's keep going.
Are either one of you injured in any way, shape, or form? No, nothing hurts? Okay, do you have your registration and proof of insurance on your vehicle?
Same address. So he was a passenger.
Okay.
His insurance, mom's on the way. He doesn't have a copy right now, right?
That's mom right here.
Okay. That'll work out. I'll just go ahead and...
Do you need to be on speaker?
He's got his brochure pull up on his phone. I just have the picture of it if you want me to text it to you.
Yeah, just text it to me. That'll work out.
Okay.
There you go, bud. Thanks. All right. And then, did you get a record coming for this?
Yeah, I got one coming for this one.
Okay. He's going to need one too. He's a little leaking. Did you get one for this guy as well?
Yeah.
Troll 313. We're going to need a record for the 6 Juliet Fox as well. Your mom's on her way?
Yeah, she's gonna be a minute. She's got to shuttle over from where she's at to her car and then drive over.
Gotcha.
All right, so like a lot of people were saying that they didn't believe that the messages were actually from him, that they were doctored. They sounded like something that Chat GDP or GTP, whatever, I don't know how to say that, made it. That some type of AI made it. Would you guys just hear what he said? He says, your mom coming? Yeah. She's got a shuttle over here from blah, blah, blah. He sounds just like the messages that he was sending. This is why I'm playing this, because it's probative. Because we're surmising and we're trying to theorize what may be him, what may not be him. How does he interact? How does he talk when nobody knows him? His family knows him. His friends know him. The detectives and the investigators probably know him, because that's what we do as detectives. We get to know our subjects. We get in their brains. We get under their skin. But the rest of us, because I'm a detective, but I'm not investigating this case, so I'm just like you. I'm on the outside. We're over here theorizing what could be what. But now you get to hear him talk with his own voice, and he does sound like those text messages. Who says shuttle over here? Who says that? Just like he would use words in his text messages with twigs that we would normally never expect somebody his age to use, he's using words here that we would not expect somebody his age to use. We say, you know, yeah, my mother's going to drive over here. She's heading over here, not shuttle over here. That sounds like some Chat GPT QRX words to me, like some Gemini. Some iRobot talk. Come on. Let's keep going, guys. This is why it's important to aggregate as much information as you could get about your subject. That's why it's important to watch a body-worn camera interaction from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago. It matters. It matters. Remember, when you watch the show, you guys are detectives. This is what we do as detectives. Big shout out to Lenny23 who's in the building, brother. I see you.
Okay, what I need you to do is just fill out this witness statement for me. This is just your identifying information. Down here, put exactly what you told me that happened. You two, are you brothers or friends?
Yeah.
Okay, all I need, I just need his, like, down here, let's put name, date of birth, your address, and your phone number. That work just right down here. I have to list him as a passenger. Okay, are you injured in any way, shape, or form? No? Okay. Perfect. Okay, just give us a couple of minutes and we'll get the paperwork. All right?
All right.
And we're going to have a tow truck come and get your car since you're leaking fluids. You're not going to last too long.
Just as I left the house, put oil in.
Of course.
Just topped it up.
Welcome to real life. Yeah, that's Murphy. He's working. All right, guys, just hang tight. Hey, buddy, y'all done?
I need a sign in front of you?
Yes, please. Okay. Did you make any statements to him after the incident happened?
I said, "Are you all right?" And then as we pulled up here, I had him check on them.
Okay. All right. Did you make a statement saying that it was your fault?
No.
What's that?
No.
When I got out, I was like worried, so I just went out. I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't your fault. It was our fault. We were messed up." When I first went up to him and to check on him.
Okay. You said that to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by that?
I think it was just trying like not to.
Okay, because you guys have a couple different versions about what happened. So we had a third party witness that watched the entire thing. I'm just trying to clarify your guys' story a little bit. So you're heading
from that rightmost through lane through the intersection. And maybe a second or so before I reached the intersection, the light changed yellow.
Okay, you remember looking at the light?
Yeah, I was looking up at the light just before getting there.
Okay.
I saw it shift yellow, and as I get into the intersection, he pulls. There was a vehicle in the lane between, like the leftmost through lane, that was forward some.
So people on the side of you were slowing down to a stop.
He's basically a liar. He went through the red light and he T-boned the guy who probably had the right of way. That's what everybody else is probably saying. That's what I think they're probably going to say. I mean, you can see he's lying. He's a terrible liar, too.
I had seen someone slowing down, and I wondered why they had slowed so much.
Okay.
But
why do you think that they were slowing down?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Maybe because the light was turning red?
Well, I was close enough to the light that I would end up in the intersection if I'd have tried to brake from that speed.
Okay.
I was going the speed limit.
So you just basically admitted that you were going too fast.
Sure.
Okay. How long was that? Like, when did you last check your speed?
Probably back maybe halfway down that road to that where it curves. Maybe halfway down that distance.
Okay.
Just looked.
Gotcha. All right. 1 second. Is your mom almost here? Or?
I'm not sure. She had the shuttle from where she works to her car.
Is she not able to just send you a text message of a picture of the? I just need a picture of the insurance card.
So he says she had to shuttle to her car. That's still odd to me. Who says that? I mean, yeah, we know what a shuttle is, but maybe if I'm New York, we don't use shuttle. We know what a shuttle is, but we don't use that kind of terminology. You say, get to a car, take a bus, take a train, take a cab. A shuttle? Only time I've ever used the word shuttle is like if I'm at a dealership or something. Or like a hotel. That's the only time you ever really hear people like really use the word shuttle. Hotels, dealerships, I don't know. Whatever, let's keep going.
Okay, perfect.
Airports too. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, buddy, here's your information back here. So this is a driver exchange form. This has all of his vehicle information and all your vehicle information, okay? The most important number on this piece of paper is this one right here, top left. This is your case number, incident number, all that stuff, okay? That's the number that
That's
the
the mother
report will
right
be
there?
filed under, all right? When you contact your insurance company, that's the number they're going to ask for right there, okay? So I am not issuing citations today.
Mom, you had no way of knowing, man. That's really sad that in 3 years your son would make your name infamous. This guy right here would turn out to be a cold-blooded murderer. That's crazy.
Because I
You know,
can't.
you try your best to raise these children. These parents did a really good job raising these kids. You guys know on my channel, I go hard on parents that don't raise their children right. I go hard. I don't know these people. If I felt they did a terrible job, I'd be ragging on their ass right now. You guys know on True Crime Strategic, we on that ass, okay? The truth of the matter is, it seems like it was a very good family that did the best they could, that got their children through high school, into college. He got into college on a full scholarship. It wasn't for him. He dropped out. He went to a different college, which he was attending for, I believe, electrical engineering. I think he was going to be an electrician. He was working as an electrician, apprentice, and going to school for the trade. So if he felt like regular school wasn't for him, he still was on track to have a very successful career, because it doesn't matter where you are in America. If you're a plumber or electrician, you got a job, you're going to do pretty decently. That's just the end of that. So he was finding his way at least. The mother and the father did a good job, but for some strange reason, this dude got indoctrinated into whatever ideology that would make him decide that he should kill somebody else due to free speech. It doesn't matter what you think of Charlie Kirk, free speech is free speech. And we should never, ever want to silence people for their ideas. We should try and convince them otherwise. We should try and educate them. We should try and change their mind. Not silence them through terror and fear, which is what he chose to do. I don't know, man. Let's keep going.
Prove one way or the other about exactly what happened. Okay? So if your light is yellow, then he didn't yield. If your light was red, okay, and you sped up to make the red light, then that's your bet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I have a third-party witness. There's just we're like seconds. I just can't. I'm not comfortable with citing anybody because I don't know exactly what happened. Okay.
All right.
So, do you have any questions about that?
No.
No. Okay. Mom, do you have any questions, since you'll probably be taking care of this?
I will be taking care of this, and this is all new for me, but
Okay.
we'll figure it out.
All right. So basically, just call your insurance company. Let them know he's involved in an accident. They'll ask for this number. Okay, and then just kind of go from there. They'll help you out. They'll do.
Look at him though, like he looked like he's spaced out, like he's not. He definitely looks like he's neurodivergent in some way. He's spaced out. He's like not there. His mannerisms are off. It just, he definitely looks like the type who would be manipulated, swayed, seduced into doing things. I don't know. Twigs put him on him. Twigs put it on him, and he didn't know how to act, and then he just went on a shooting spree. I don't know.
Whatever insurance companies do. Okay? All right.
I was told it was going to tell us where the car is.
So he just bailed out. Let me get you some information really quick. And let me get I'll write down the record information for you.
Oh boy. All right, man. So as promised, the friend of Charlie Kirk described the horrific scene inside of the car following the accident. I'm gonna go ahead and actually let him say it in his own words. This is Charlie Kirk's friend who was there at the time, right after the shooting. He got into the car with Charlie Kirk. He's gonna describe his experience being with Charlie Kirk in his last few moments, man. So let's listen to what he has to say. I listened to the first 30 seconds and then I stopped it and said, you know what? I want to do a how should I say, a live reaction to it. So I don't know. Aki said trigger warning. I don't know if he goes into great detail. I don't know if he spares us the detail. I have no idea. We'll start that right now.
Here's what Erica wants me to relate on Sunday. This is going to be the hard part, but maybe also the comforting part. Charlie Kirk was literally like a son to me. I have 3 sons. He was like my 4th son. My 3 sons are a little bit older than Charlie. He was like my 4th son. So when he was hit, if your son got hit, what would you do? What would you do? I got in the car. Because if there was any way I could save him, I had to do something. And I couldn't just take him. You guys got it. So they got him into the side of the car. It was an SUV. It was the SUV we took over. And I'm on one side, and there's actually some video of this. Somebody's taking video of this. I'm on one side of the car, the right side, and they're getting Charlie in. So I run over to the other side, but the guy who was dragging him in is now blocking that entrance. So at that point, I run around to the back. I pop the back gate open, and I jump in the back. The car lurches forward. Apparently somebody jumped in the car. So the car lurches forward. So I almost fall out of the car, or the SUV. Then I grab the thing and close it. And there's 5 of us in the car now. Justin is driving. Dan is up front with the GPS. Rick has got him. Rick's on my left, and Brian is there, and I'm coming over the back seat, and Charlie's laid out in front, just right in front of me. And Charlie's so tall, we can't close the door. We drove 4 miles, I don't know, it's 4 something miles, all the way to the hospital with the door open. To this day, I don't know how Brian stayed in the car, because we're just go. We're trying to stop the bleeding. You saw it. And I'm yelling, come on, Charlie, come on. Meanwhile, my phone is still on. My son and daughter-in-law are hearing this whole thing. And his security team, again, Justin, Dan, Brian, and Rick, they love Charlie. But they were much cooler than I mean, they're just carrying out, they're calmly, but they're swiftly doing exactly what they were trained to do. Rick starts praying out loud. I'm praying out loud. We're yelling, come on, let's go. My son's hearing all this. And we're doing the best we can to navigate traffic. This is not a highway. We're on surface streets. And suddenly there's an ambulance coming toward us. And there was conversation in the car. Should we stop? We're like, no, just keep going. The doctor later said that was the right thing to do. Ambulance goes by us. We're still heading to the hospital, trying to get there. At one point, somebody says, let's get there in one piece, because we're cutting through intersections. We're just beeping the horn. This is not a emergency vehicle. There's no lights. There's none of this. And I go, we got to start CPR. So I try and start that.
Yeah.
Now,
there's nothing you could do, bro. He's shot in the neck.
Charlie wasn't there. His eyes were fixed. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me right into eternity. He was with Jesus already. He was killed instantly and felt absolutely no pain. That's what I was told later. Yeah. But of course, we had to try. And by the way, there was just nothing any of us could do about it. We were giving him CPR, but nothing was happening. It wasn't like if we had better first aid or we had better medical facilities or we were faster to the hospital, we could have saved him. We couldn't. So if that's any comfort at all, Charlie didn't suffer. He was gone. He was with Jesus, absent from the body, present with the Lord. That's where he was. Now, it is true, when we got to the hospital and they started working on him right away, they did get a pulse back. And so Rick and I were just, everyone's praying. We're just praying for a miracle. We had a small sliver of hope. And the doctor later said that we got a pulse because Charlie was a very healthy man. But the shot was catastrophic. So 20 or 30 minutes later, the surgeon came out and said he was dead.
Damn. I mean, very, very sad. My condolences to this man, to Charlie's wife and family, because they will hear this one day. Charlie's children will watch this video and hear about the last moments of their father's life. Rest in peace, Charlie. I knew from the moment that I watched the video that Charlie was gone. There was no coming back from that. And that's from, almost 20 years of working in law enforcement. I've seen my share of stuff. And when I listen to him talk about, I'm going to tell you a story real quick before we get out of here. It's a short live. It's a crazy story, man. Maybe his story when he's looking at Charlie and he's looking past him into eternity. It reminded me of a case, so a situation at work. So me and my partner got a call of a domestic violence incident in a liquor store, and we started heading on over there, and then we got a call that it was a knife attack. So we got over there quick, as fast as we could, like lights and sirens, doing everything we could to get over there. And when we get into the liquor store, we come in and we're like, what's good? Where's everybody at? Where's it at? And the liquor store guy is in a shock. He's like out of it. And we're like, what's going on? Like, you called 911. Who called 911? What's happening? Then he looked in the corner. And he looked at the ground. And then we looked at the ground and we saw a woman who was on the ground with a knife in her chest. She had a low shirt and you could see the knife. There's no blood. Straight in, pierced her heart. Her eyes were wide open, looking into eternity, just like this man just said. And when I looked in, saw something shiny in her mouth. When I looked into her mouth, I saw that there was a wedding ring in her mouth. So the man who had killed her, he put the wedding ring, because she wanted to leave him, in her mouth. And then I looked at her and I said, yo, she's a goner, man. Let's get out of here and go find the guy, because the liquor guy said he ran that way. I wasn't supposed to do that, ladies and gentlemen. My training is that I was supposed to get down on the ground and attempt CPR with her, But it was my first time seeing something like, seeing a woman dead. I've seen men dead before, but it was my first time seeing a woman die in front of me. Or not die, she was dead already. There's nothing I could do. Anyway, the cavalry came and Sergeant was like, what the hell? Somebody get down there, do some CPR on this lady, make it look good. That's it, man. Make it look good. We just needed to make it look good because we had our body cameras on. She's dead, but we had to make it look good. And one guy got down there, he started doing this thing, and then we went out, we looked for the guy. We ended up finding the guy on a roof trying to pretend like he wants to commit suicide or whatever. And, the hostage negotiation team had to come, and finally they got them down or whatever. Here's the crazy part, though. I don't know. I do believe in the spiritual, man, but this is a crazy part here. I went to sleep that night, and I had a dream. And in that dream, that lady came to me, and she said, strategic, what happened? You didn't even give me a chance. And I looked at her and I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. And she said she forgive me for not doing CPR on her. And the next day I went to work, and the boss was like, your partner took the day off. I don't know why he took the day off. Maybe he was hurt from what he saw too. Once again, I don't think either one of us, we saw men dead before. I mean, you see so many people die in this line of work, but we never saw a woman dead, like a young, vibrant woman. And so he was like, your partner took the day off. He said he's not feeling well. You don't have a partner. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to the hospital and sit on a perp? I was like, all right, whatever. You know, it's a free day. I don't have to be on patrol. I could just go sit in the hospital and play on my phone while the guy is handcuffed to the bed. All right, no big deal. I go to the hospital. Well, guess who the perp is? It's the guy who killed the woman. He's looking at me. He's asking me, hey, how's your day going? How's my day going? And he goes, you know, when am I going to be able to speak to a psychologist? Because, you know, I wasn't in my right mind when I did that, you know. I looked at him, I said, man, stop fucking talking to me. And that's the last thing that I said to him. I finished out my shift. Watching somebody die in front of you is not easy. It never gets easy. It never gets old. I feel for this man. I feel for Charlie Kirk's family. The real people out here who know what the cost of life and death is would never, ever celebrate somebody dying. Even your worst enemy. You reserve that for the worst of the worst. And that's why on this channel, I always say, the only people I'm okay with being killed are the schmurderers, the forcible rapists, and the pedophiles. And in my world, those are the 3 worst people on the planet. Other than that, nobody deserves to die. Anyway, guys, see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.